Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver.
To kick off for the Broncos.
A lot of people had this game circled this week. Two of the best teams so far squaring off here in Week 5. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Pistol now for Mahomes. He's dropping deep on this snap. And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead, a gift. They get it back for 2nd down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Quick throw completed by Mahomes. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. This complete to Colt. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And that's good for a gain of 5. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. It's Pacheco again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Good opening drive to this point. They've got another 1st down at the 34. Right back to Pacheco. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now pass play. Here's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's third down.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. He can't hang on to the pass. And they're up against it. Fourth down coming up.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Chooses to bring this one out. And a poor choice this time to bring it out. They contain him well shy of the 30. In fact, he's out shy of the 20. They're out and set, first and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That's our target, Puka Nacua. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
It's Nix out of the pistol. Mims with the grab. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a first down. They'll throw again. Nix escapes the pocket.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Second and 3 now.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Hall takes it straight ahead. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Going to the ground again on first. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have second and 3. Here's Hall once more. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Time for our second quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can capitalize in the red zone.
Set. 70 Lions. Check go.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos finish off their opening drive. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into the hands of Colt. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Mahomes on first and 10. Launches one deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Kansas City. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3. Butker on now to kick this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Nix from the gun. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On first and 10, here's Nix. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after it almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
The give on second to Hall. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Cut by Sutton. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Working quickly here. Throwing on first down, Nix. Complete to Mims. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Handoff running left. Here's Hall. Has some space inside the 15. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Broncos trailing in the early going. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Let's go.
They'll run here. It's Hall. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on second and goal.
Set. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Set go.
Trying again, Hall. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running.
Hawk 7, Buffalo 18. Tracking 60. Go.
Third and goal. Here's Nix. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get some late points and the lead. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blitz coming, Mahomes. Oh, he got some air under this one, deep down the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get some late points and the lead. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3. Butker on now to kick this one away. And he takes the return out of bounds. And he steps out of the end zone, so they'll get it at the 30 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
From the 36. He gets this one in Nacua. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Here's Nix to throw. finds Mims. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 46. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did. You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
On 2nd and 10 now, Mahomes. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And he makes the half goal. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Extra point try now for Lutz. And he sends the point after right through the uprights. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Chooses to bring this one out. And that hit is going to freeze him at the spot. He got stuck right at the 20. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Mahomes trying again after the pick. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Pistol now for Mahomes. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. This is brought in at the 15. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Up and good from Blankenship. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And his choice to leave the end zone going to cost him a small chunk here as he's out shy of that 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Nicks off the play action. Caught quickly on the slant. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Viking 18.
They start the half with a give to Hall. A lot of grass ahead. All the way, touchdown Denver! The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos grow their lead to 8. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he elects not to bring this one out, so no run back, and we'll pick things up from the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yellow. Hero 15.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Yellow.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll go back to Pacheco on first. And he's got this down to the 40. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Yellow.
Culp with the catch. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs start the second half with some needed points. The Chiefs offense stayed on the field. They're going to try for 2.
Yellow.
Mahomes throwing for 2. And now down he goes. He's sacked, and they're unable to tie this game. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And he's going to head out of bounds on the return. And he heads out the side of the end zone, so they'll take this at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Broncos. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll start this one out with Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Not quite on the same page for that snap, and the flags come in. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Looking to return from the 29. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. First down, ball at the 36.
Easy.
Back now, pressure on its way. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos push the lead to 2 scores now. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. He put everything he had into this one. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into the hands of Colt. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry-up here. Another try following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
3rd and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that brings up 4th and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. Stays in the pocket. And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. And a surprising fourth down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. A give left side for Hall. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Good run gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
60 by 6. 60. Let's go.
Nix from the gun. Hall there to haul it in. And they get this down to the 28. It's a pickup of 11. And the Broncos will have a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
On first down, here comes Hall. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. They send the tight end in motion left. 2nd and 10 now. Forced out to his right. He's going to let this one go down the right sideline.
Roll. Go.
Running this with Hall. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on 4th down. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. Bertolet able to knock it through. And that grows their lead to 12.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. Touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
I don't need to. 43. 15.
Off play action, it's Mahomes. He's got time here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on first, it's 2nd down. They go play action, it's Mahomes. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs now within 1 score in the 4th. Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. From his own end zone, here we go. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Rolling left, buying some time. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That one goes for 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
60 Eagles.
From the gun, it's Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
18, Pioneer. Ready?
They send the tight end in motion.
Go.
2nd and 8. Finds his target, Hall. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
They motion the tight end over. 3rd down, give to Hall. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down, Hall gets it again. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They go right back to Hall. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on 3rd down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
He's back to throw. Able to hit Hall, complete. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. Tight end going in motion here. Back to throw it. Put the body on the line for his team. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos with a 5-point lead. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Liking 18. Ready?
Hall running between the tackles. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Come on, set.
He'll look to throw it. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Here comes Will Lutz, a lot riding on this field goal try. He's got to drive this 37 yards down the middle. Kicked well, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, 43, 40, yellow.
Here he is to throw. Searches from... And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell, sell, sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. To throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Went way outside there, trying to work that sideline, Bronk. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Now to throw. Try and push it deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Down to their last breaths. And he gives them a shot now to force overtime. Here are the Chiefs facing a massive two-point try.
Will set up for the two-point conversion.
They're going to try and run for it. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. That was the play they needed. Now got to hope your defense or special teams can come through and get you that football back.
And the sooner the better, too, because time is not their friend. They always have the onside kick to bail them out, but after that, it might be time for this D coordinator to crank up the aggression meter, and you know every one of these defenders will be attacking the ball.
First and 10 from the 41. Coming right is Hall. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And he's able to get this down to the 36.
It's a
So it's a win for the Broncos.